HappiLeeErin. It's time for another anime season preview. This time of year, I'm gonna move that chair out of the way. Spring is coming forth, so we have the spring 2014 anime season starting here in like 2 weeks. I think it's like 2 weeks or something. Today I'm going to talk about the 8 anime that I am most excited for. Actually, just 8 of the anime that I am most excited for. There was actually a crap ton more that I wanted to talk about, and I just don't have time to talk about them all. So we're just gonna talk about these 8 that I am really excited for, and hopefully some of them you're excited for too. Okay, yeah, great. These are in no particular order, but just for the fun, because it might be one of my favorite anime genres, let's start with the sports first. Sports. The first of the 2 sports anime I'm going to be talking about is Ping Pong the Animation. Ping Pong the Animation follows 2 high school friends, Smile and Peko, who are both in the table tennis club at their school. Though both are excellent at it, Smile's shy personality consistently prevents him from being able to beat Peko. But when the club teacher notices how talented Smile is, he/she becomes determined to make Smile change his attitude towards the sport. Directed by Tatami Galaxy's Masaki Yuasa, Ping Pong is one of the most anticipated series of the season, and it already stands out with its unique and intriguing trailers. Set to air with 11 episodes and a target demographic of seinen, I am incredibly stoked to see this series, because I have never seen a sports anime about ping pong before. There might have been one that exists in the past, but I've never seen it, so that makes me super excited to watch this series. Plus, it seems like the focus of the story is going to be just as much on the character dynamics and the character relationships as it's going to be on the sport itself, which is always a trademark of sports anime. Like, a really well done sports anime is able to develop the characters as much as it is able to develop the sport. I don't know what this means. And with it being seinen, it'll probably be handled in a really mature way, which will be awesome. Also, I have always really loved the sound that a ping pong makes when it bounces off of things, so my ears should be incredibly happy. Moving on, Haikyuu is another sports anime we've got coming out this season, this time about volleyball. Love sports anime about the balls. I'm all about the balls. Haikyuu follows Hinata, a tiny little dude with amazing jumping power who becomes inspired to play volleyball after he watches the small giant, a national championship star player, play on TV. In his first and last middle school tournament, Hinata plays against the king of the court, a nickname given to fearsome and serious setter Tobio, who easily crushes Hinata's team, and a rivalry is quickly formed. A rivalry that is shortly thereafter turned on its head as the 2 discover that they're playing on the same high school team and must work together to take their team to nationals. So if you watch Manga Pod, which you totally should be doing, we actually read Haikyuu at the beginning of January, I believe it was, and while I liked it okay, I wasn't as happy or excited about it as I was hoping I would be. The entire time I was reading it, I was thinking this will look and work so much better as an anime. There was just so much technical explanation about the sport, and I think seeing it animated will provide a much more entertaining way of getting the same information. Plus, the animation itself should be pretty hella dope, because we got Production IG all over it, and they have just been rolling in the sports anime lately and doing a fantastic job of it. Kuroko no Basuke, come back, I already miss you. Moving on from the lovely sports, we have an anime called Akuma no Riddle. Based off a manga of the same name, the series takes place at a private girls' boarding school, where Ichinose Haru, a student, is being targeted by 12 assassins disguised as her fellow classmates. Assassin and transfer student Azuma Tokaku initially targets Haru as well, before developing feelings for her and deciding she will protect Haru from the other assassins. So, Akuma no Riddle could be good or it could be bad. I honestly have not heard enough about it or know enough about it to make a judgment call about what I think it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? The plot also isn't anything that stand out or unique, so I'm really hoping that it's able to do its own thing and not be quite as generic as the summary makes it seem. But the trailers did have this like creepy horror tone to them. There was a guy playing with dice. I like guys with dice. I don't really know if that's true. So then, Erin, why do you put this on the list of anime you're most excited about this season, you may be asking? Well, let me tell you. What makes me incredibly excited to watch at least the first few episodes of this show is the fact that the main couple, though I guess it's implied, like I'm not sure if they're officially a couple, it might just be a one-sided love, but it is implied that the main relationship of the show is a lesbian couple. The reason this makes me look forward to this show is that I really feel / hope that it is not just about fan service. Like, I don't care if a series is dedicated fan service for Yuri or dedicated fan service for Yaoi or whatever, and you like those shows, then there's nothing wrong with that. But something I really want to see more of, not just in anime or manga, something I really want to see more of is just a storyline that's not just fan service, where the main couple happens to be two dudes or happens to be two ladies. Like, that's all I want. And with this, I just want a badass story with blood and assassins and tragic love, and just, that would be so great. And if there's a little bit of like touching and kissing, then thumbs up for that too. Next up is the anime Black Bullet. It takes place in a not so far off future where humans live in fear and despair, having been exiled to a small territory after their defeat by the viral parasite known as Gastria. Not long after this, cursed children, or children who are born with the Gastria virus and able to control it in a way that give them supernatural abilities, are discovered. Of course, this wouldn't be a sci-fi story if there wasn't some sort of we're humanity's last hope resistance group rising up, and that organization here is known as Civil Security. And two of its members, Rentaro and Enju, are given a top secret mission from the government to prevent the destruction of Tokyo. One of the series I am most looking forward to this season, Black Bullet, sounds a lot like every other science fiction anime we've seen before, but it looks much more like a nice addition to the genre as opposed to an eye roll of, yeah, we've seen this thousands of times, it's been better, eye rolled, get out of here. It's based on an ongoing light novel series, and from the previews, the animation looks like it's going to be pretty awesome, and one of the best parts of sci-fi is exploring the world created, so hopefully this is going to be a really fun world to explore. The trailers looks like it's going to be, so I'm really holding out hope. One of my favorite voice actors, Yuki Kaji, is on the cast, so expect plenty of his signature screaming. And handling the music is the incredibly talented Sagisu Shido, who, among his repertoire of outstanding soundtracks, composed the Evangelion soundtracks. And if you have never heard any of his stuff, just go and type in Destiny from Evangelion 2.0 and your ears can thank me for decades. Black Bullet could easily be another forgettable and boring sci-fi action tale. We're not going to be in denial about that. But everything I learn about it makes my expectations go higher, and I'm especially looking forward to seeing how the relationship between Rentaro and Enju plays out. So, even if it's nothing new, hopefully it'll still be entertaining to watch. Moving on, we've got a sequel series. What I've heard is one of the most bizarre yet spectacular anime adventures in existence. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure returns for the adaptation of part 3 of the manga, Stardust Crusaders. Evil spirits are awakening around the world. They're called stands, aka invisible creatures that give the people that bear them insane powers. Jotaro, a 17-year-old delinquent who is possessed, must save his mother's life by traveling to Egypt to face off against the 100-year-old vampire who thirsts for his family's blood. Golly, that sentence felt weirder and weirder with every word. The director and series director of Part 1 and 2's adaptation have both returned, and David Production is once again producing. Now, at the time of filming this video, I have not seen a single full episode of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I've only seen random clips and trailers and amazing GIFs. But I'm going to be having an anime pajama day with all sorts of amazing people, including Octopimp, and JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is like his his baby, his favorite anime in the world. So excited we're going to be marathoning all of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and I can just so excited. Every single thing I've seen from JoJo's has made me go, WTF is happening, and I love it so much. Plus, the art style is A++++ forever. I love that harsh line, older art style. That art style that makes me question whether the anime is actually from the 80s or not. If you love JoJo's Bizarre Adventure that aired in 2012, then you should definitely have Stardust Crusaders on your list of anime series you're looking forward to this season. Next up on the list, we have Kamigami no Asobi Squiggly Ludere deorum. Squiggly. I don't think there's any sort of singing involved in this anime, but it reminded me of Utapri, and if Utapri taught me anything, then Spontaneous singing is magic. Always. Kamigami is a harem that is historical, kind of more fantasy. I don't really know why it's categorized as historical. Based off of a visual novel of the same name, Yui Kusunage is our heroine. Of course she is a normal high school girl who has somehow been teleported to a magical world. Never heard that before, shocking. Here she meets Zeus, the headmaster of a school that he created, and he orders her to teach all the young and gorgeous gods the true meaning of love. And there's also this thing where apparently the bond between the human world and the gods is just weakening, and he hopes to counteract the negative effects of it, or some plot thing, whatever. Now, I haven't really invested any sort of time into a reverse anime since Utapri because I haven't really found one that's captured my attention enough to invest time in. But with the fantasy-ish elements of gods being thrown in there, the odds of the boys doing extra ridiculous and silly dumb things to win Mangel's heart goes up exponentially, so you can count me in. I love silly and dumb. Silly and dumb is basically my middle name. That's not, I should say that. What's interesting though is that based on the information we have so far, Kamigami is actually looking pretty legit. Not only will it be animated and produced by Brainsbase, the wonderful people who brought us Bakuno, Durarara, and Natsume to name a few, but the voice cast is also hella stacked. Listen, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, seeing the voice cast is what sold me. Whatever, Brainsbase being good at animating, just give me that voice cast. Because we have Daisuke Ono, who plays Midorima in Kuroko no Basuke, and Sebastian in Black Butler. We have got Yuki Kaji, who plays Yukine in Noragami, Eren in Attack on Titan, as well as Shu from Guilty Crown. And to top off all of that magic, we have Hiroshi Kamiya, who has played every perfect character to ever be a character in the history of anime's existence. So all in all, Kamigami has a lot of setup to be not only a nice addition to the harem genre, but just a nice solid anime in general. And I can't wait to giddy word puke all over Twitter every single episode like I did with Utapri. So look forward to that, suckers! Next up, we have Isshuukan Friends, another anime being produced by Brainsbase. Yuki is a boy who's determined to become friends with his classmate Kaori, a girl who's always alone. She continually rejects his offer of friendship because every single Monday, all of her good memories, including those with her friends, disappear. Despite knowing this, Yuki decides to befriend her anyway, and thus begins the slice of life story about two people who become friends again and again. From the trailers and preview images, the art and the music is simplistic yet gorgeous, and if the characters and dialogue are handled correctly, this could just be an all-around beautiful series given the premise. I bet you 3 Kurokos that this will be the series this season that makes me cry 3.5 to 5.4 times and ugly sob at least once. The premise kind of reminds me of that Drew Barrymore and Adam Sandler movie 50 First Dates, and I've seen that thing like 15 times and have cried every single time, so there is no way y'all are winning this bet. Last up on my list is Mekaku City actors. Shintaro Kisaragi is a Hiki NEET who has not left his room in 2 years. After he receives an anonymous and mysterious email, a cyber girl named Ene appears on his computer screen. One day she messes with his computer and Shintaro is forced to go outside for the first time in 2 years. In this anime that is based off of a popular series of Vocaloid songs by Jin called Kakero Project. So let's just throw out there some of the stuff we know about this series so far that's making me incredibly excited. 1, we've got the outstanding art and character designs that are already just so good. 2, we know that the guy directing it is the same man who directed Madoka Magica, Nisekoi, and Bakemonogatari. And 3, it is being animated by, hold your butts, hold on to your butts, it is being animated by none other than Shaft. So boom, there you go, hook, line, and sinker, Mekaku, I am yours. I honestly have no idea what kind of direction this show is going to go in or what kind of theme or atmosphere it's going to have, but every single thing I've learned about it has just risen intrigue in me. So I cannot wait for Mekaku City actors, and Mekaku is just really fun to say, even though I'm sure I'm pronouncing it wrong. So there you go, pretty otter faces. Those are the 8 of the anime I am most looking forward to because we have so many coming out this season. There's also New Fairy Tail, if you are interested in that series. There's also the second season of Mushi Ishi. I really need to watch both those series. People keep yelling at me on Twitter and Tumblr and YouTube comments to watch them. I promise I'm going to. If you're interested in some other sports anime, there is Baby Steps, which is about tennis, and there is also Aberenbo Kishi Matsutaro, I think is what it was called, but that one is about sumo wrestling, and I may or may not have read Matsutaru as masturbation the first few times and was like, what? A sports anime about masturbation? What? No. If you're looking for an OVA that is all sorts of action and dark and mysterious, then you should definitely be looking forward to Wild Adapter. I read the manga a few years ago, what was out of the manga. I need to catch up on it. I haven't actually read it recently now that I'm talking about it, but it is from the same creator of Sayuki. So if you like Sayuki, you should definitely check out the manga and be looking forward to this OVA. I should have talked about this in my stuff. I was actually really looking forward to this. Oh, because there's too many. Okay, guys, that is it for my 2014 spring anime season preview. Let me know in the comments down below what series you are most looking forward to. If you would like any more of my weirdness, then you can find all of the links to my social media in the description down below. I have a Twitter, Tumblr, Facebook, my anime list, Crunchyroll profile, Hummingbird, the other things. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're having a fantastic, beautiful, brilliant, anime-filled day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye! Hey guys! Ooh. These are in no particular order. Club, town, so. To make smile changes, tatitude. Oh, get out of here. I don't want you to check for new software, you bitch. Volleyballs! What? That's not. Together to play their teams that the places. Transfer student, Akuma Assassin and transfer student, Azuma. And the music is being handled by the incredibly talented Sabenya. Doesn't end up being quite as... I'm handsy tonight. Make me misty-eyed 3.5 to 7 times. And it'll make me ugly sob, blah, blah. Kisaragi is a hiki-meek. It takes place in the next anime, not long after this, cursed children, or children who are born with the gastria violet. Ping Pong is one of these. I just untied my pajama pants. Whoops, I got too into it.